Welcome
Right,
back,
all
everybody.
right.
I had a few weeks off just due to some crazy travel and crazy schedule. So we're back after week 10. It's week 14 with the odds couple. We're now moving into the playoffs, or not yet, but we're positioning for the playoffs. So we're going to see a lot of team matchups, people fighting for bye weeks, first round bye, so on and so forth. What's your take, Christina?
What's my take?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. First off, how was your vacation?
It was good. It was good.
Did you get a
16-hour
tan?
flights. Yeah, no tans in the Philippines. It's just jungle sweat is what I call
There's
there.
no beaches. I thought I saw.
Oh
your beach.
yeah, there's a lot of beaches, but a lot of jungle sweat. It's hot.
Still could get tan.
Nah, we were in a lot of conferences all day. We were in the
Okay.
community and the populations doing charity work and just conferences stuff. You know how it goes. So
All right.
our downtime was hung out in the rooms, cooling off with air conditioning.
All right. Well, we ready to do our picks?
We are. So what you got for your first pick, my friend?
First pick, Seattle at Atlanta. Well, as we were discussing before we got on, we're really excited that a lot of these teams, no one has secured any seeding yet this late in the season. Except for maybe the Patriots, but still they haven't clinched anything because they could still go on a skid. So no one's clinched any seeding, anything. So everyone has to play. So I think it's a safe bet to take Seattle with that defense, -7 over Atlanta. Atlanta is kind of lost and bewildered lately. So with Penix going down and Kirk Cousins really not having an effect as the backup, I'm going to go with Seattle -7.
Okay. Yep, I like that one a lot. I think, yeah, like you said, the Falcons have not. I think they're shutting their season down 4-8. They don't have a whole lot of. Everybody's injured, so right there with you on that. I think my first one that's going to be different from the last two that I think we're on the same page with is going to be. I might go with the Texans. The Texans +3.5 against the Chiefs. Texans +3.5. I think it's going to be a game that kind of comes down to the wire. Texans have been playing everybody close. So I think 3.5, maybe that little half point is going to help us if we take the underdog here. And let's hope if the Chiefs win, it's by less than 3. Weather, always could be an issue in Kansas City at this time of year. But I think the Texans have such a pretty sound defense. And again, I don't think the Chiefs look like what they've looked like in the past. So I'm going to hedge my bet on the Texans.
I like that one actually too. Texas does have the best defense in the country, the Texans. So I like that one. And I will be rooting for them anyways.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the Chiefs to go to the playoffs. Well, that brings me to my next pick, Bengals at Buffalo. With Burrow back, Burrow's looking to be a spoiler. He was looking really good last week against the Ravens. Didn't expect them to murder the Ravens the way they did. The Ravens looked completely... it looked flopped. Like the Bengals looked like the Ravens, and the Ravens looked like the Bengals up until this point. So, or what we would expect with Burrow coming back, the offense looks like it's clicking, and somehow that rejuvenated the defense. But Buffalo is still trying to get a top seed in the playoffs, or secure the first wild card spot. So they're going to, I think it's going to be a close game. It's in Buffalo, so depending on if they have snow or not. And also, I look to take the over because I think it's going to be a lot of scoring. Both defenses have issues stopping the other team. Buffalo's defense isn't as dominant as it has been in years past. Josh Allen, though, is playing like Josh Allen most weeks, so I expect it to be a shootout between Allen and Burrows.
I am right there with you. I mean, I think It's a long shot, but looking kind of, as crazy as that is, the Bengals, I think, still have a shot at getting into the playoffs. So I don't think that it's a super long shot, but there's still motivation to want to show up and play in that game, is my point, right? Because of their division, their records in that division are, nobody's just running away with it between Pittsburgh
which is
and
shocking.
Baltimore.
We thought Baltimore and Pittsburgh would at least, we thought all of them would be good except for Cleveland.
Yep.
And
it's when I look at the standings, Ravens are 6-6, the Steelers are 6-6, the Bengals are 4-6. The Browns aren't even really out of it at 3-9. They're getting pretty out of it, but that's crazy to think you still have a chance to win your division with a 4-8 record. So I think they're going to show up. They're going to play hard. Burrows just makes that team a different team. I mean, we clearly saw that between when he wasn't in and when he has been in. But I think, like you said, I don't know if they can beat Buffalo. It depends on which Buffalo team shows up, I think. But it's going to be a shootout. That's my bet. I'm a hedge my bet on a shootout. Don't know what Buffalo's weather's going to be. They are both cold weather teams, as you mentioned before. But we'll see, right? As long as there's not 80-mile-an-hour winds and, lake snow effects going on in Buffalo, I would assume it could be a shootout.
Right, Buffalo's really shocked, I think, a lot themselves this year because they lost badly to Miami, which was, I think, their only bad loss, and all their others have been really, really close. Which, like the New England one was like a play or two away of winning that game, and it just didn't go their way. It was a really low-scoring game, shockingly. But the Miami one was the most shocking loss for them. But yeah, I expect Buffalo to play balls out for the rest of the year.
I agree. I think it's a great matchup. It's going to be fun to see.
All right. My next pick, Broncos at the Raiders. The Raiders fired Chip Kelly because they're so offensively inept. I don't think much is going to change because it's too late in the season. With Chip Kelly not knowing the plays or whatever, or botching the play calls, that could have been the reason for Geno Smith's regression, but it's so far in the season now that it could be a mental thing now with Geno Smith. So I would look to the Raiders covering, or not the Raiders covering, or the Broncos covering -7.5. Broncos defense is right up there with the Texans. You can't do much against them, and they can score. So they're looking like a more complete team than the Texans, definitely a more complete team than the Raiders. So I'm going to go with Broncos -7.5.
All right, I like that. We're both on the same page with that one too. My challenge always has been is that Raiders division game has always been kind of a fight, right? And so 7.5. I still think Broncos are clearly a 7.5 point better team. My only concern, right, is I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I personally think anytime you get the Raiders and the Broncos in a game together, and that is in Las Vegas. Is that correct?
Right. But remember, the NFR is here. So a bunch of people at the rodeo, which is going to lean more towards Dallas fans, or not Dallas fans, but Bronco fans versus the other one. So...
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. And then think about that. They're local Joe, Christina, right in your backyard. So I think it's going to be a great. I think it's just going to be a low-scoring game, but I think Broncos win like 21-7, right? 28-10, something like that, right? I just don't see the Raiders putting up a whole lot of points on that Broncos defense. I mean, we talk about the Texans defense being number 1. Broncos is probably number 2, number 3, right? To number 4, somewhere in that top 5.
Okay. All right. So last pick, Bears at the Packers. Been shocked by the Bears play this year. They were so bad last year and they won a lot of games. I think, you know what did it last year? That game that they lost to Washington on that last Hail Mary play. From that point of the season on, it went downhill. They lost almost every single game after that. And the Reds, or the Commanders, went on and won most of their games. Flip-flop this year. The Bears have been winning those close games and doing some magic at the end themselves with that one crazy play. I can't remember which game, but it was they were supposed to lose against the Giants, and then they ended up winning, and it was so much scoring that went on in the last 3 minutes of the ball game. So I'm going to take the Bears, even though they're playing in Packer territory and they have a losing record against the Packers. I'm going to take the Bears 6.5. I think they will win outright, but I think it's too high of a spread anyways, with the way Green Bay is not as dominant as they were at the beginning of the year, and the Bears are playing top-notch football. Surprisingly, they have the number 1 seed so far in the NFC.
Yeah, and I've been saying all along, I don't trust the Bears. I don't trust the Bears. But at some point in time, when they just keep winning, you have to trust the Bears. So I think they're at that point now where you just have to trust the Bears. So I think that's a great one. And I was going to say on that Raiders game, too, back a minute ago, it's like they have no incentive to win. It's kind of the opposite of what we were saying on the other ones, because th're 2-9, 2-8, 2-10. The other team, the Titans, are 1, right? And so, anyways, those are the 2 bottom feeder teams. So both those teams are, I would assume, one could assume they're checking out for that draft pick, right? So,
but which quarterback is coming out in the draft that's going to be?
It don't matter. You still get the number 1 pick.
I get it, but there's not like that quarterback right now that's going to be in the draft that you're going to want to get.
Sure.
Because all the ones that are going to win the Heisman are young, or front runners for the Heisman, I should say, which is Julian Sayin and Hernandez. They're both not coming out this year. So I don't know who the Raiders want to tank for, but they could definitely gather those picks and trade away for someone too. So
yeah, for sure, and set it up for the next year. Yeah, right. Absolutely. Well, my last pick, I'm going to go with Monday night game, Eagles Chargers. It's a Chargers are getting 2.5 at home. I always like home dogs on a Monday night. I would probably bump that, watch it. If it doesn't get to 3, I'd bump it to 3, right? Just to give you that field goal cover, because it always sucks by losing by 0.5 point. So I'm going to take by 0.5 point, depending on what the spread is, take it at +3. Take the Chargers at home. I'm kind of in that Eagles camp right now where I don't know which Eagles team is for real. And so far they came back and lost to Dallas. I mean, for crying out loud, right? So
you know what I don't know what it is because it's the same coach that won that first Super Bowl. Then he loses all of his coordinators, his offensive and defensive coordinators, and they imploded the next year. And then didn't go back to the Super Bowl. And then when they went back to the Super Bowl again, looked amazing. And then they lose their offensive coordinator. And now they look like they're ready to implode. I don't know if he is the best, coach, if he doesn't have top-notch offensive coordinators. Because he looks like a guy you just want to punch in the face.
I was just going to say that. And last week, Christina's freaking violence came out and said, he looks like a guy you want to punch in the face. I hope I don't look like
I don't know why. You just look at him and you're like, I just want to punch you. You just look like that guy that just probably wants to antagonize you for no reason. You're just sitting there and he's like, poke, 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 and you just want to punch him in the face. Doesn't he?
You have so much violence and pent-up anger between your disgust for Mahomes and wanting to punch the Eagles coach in the face. So we need to take you into some counseling.
I need anger management. I don't violently attack anyone though, but him I just want to punch in the face. Oh, and I'm wearing.
I know. Good luck to your team today.
The and because they beat Michigan last week. That's partially why we didn't record last week. I was too nervous. I had to. I told him I was either going to be too nervous and too sad if the outcome, or too excited to sit down and do this.
Yeah, we're wrapping up as we record right now. Looks like Texas Tech is putting the hammer down on BYU, so 34-7 with 4 minutes to go, and your background.
Which means the committee's got to make a decision between Miami and Notre Dame.
Yep, that is true.
Because I think they've made the decision that Texas is out.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, with 3 losses, I don't see how they could justify that just to be, I don't care. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the Texas fan wagon because I think they played a tougher schedule against Ohio State week 1, but I also understand that 3 losses are 3 losses. So, same. And that's going to be curious because Alabama.
Miami shot themselves in the foot because they have some decent wins,
Yeah.
But they have one inexplicable loss that, like, come on. And they should be playing in the, ACC championship game. But because those were division, they didn't get in, even though they clearly are better than Virginia and anyone else in that game right now. Duke, who has 7-5.
100%. I mean, we all can't have powder puff schedules like Ohio State and Indiana.
Now, if Duke ends up beating Virginia, that opens up a whole can of worms. Then Texas may still win. So
we'll see. We'll see.
Do we root for chaos, or do we root for no chaos?
I mean, I threw a rando like $10 bet that would pay like $1,000 or something stupid on Texas getting in like 2 weeks ago because they had no shot to get into it, or last week or something. And so, and the reality of it, it's probably a terrible bet because they're never going to get into the playoffs. But if they happen to squeeze in, like, the odds were so dumb, I had to throw $10 on it because I'm like, it's a mathematical chance. Like, maybe 1% they could get in, but I'm going to throw.
There is a chance.
So I'm rooting for chaos because even if they get in, clearly they may not win at all, but that would be an interesting $10 bet to pay out like $1,000. So I'm all about it.
I agree. That would be a good bet. I should have, but you know what? I don't look at those sometimes, but I am rooting for Ohio State, and I heard your powder puff comment. I was ignoring it.
I know you by now. You just carried on.
We'll just see what happens in the playoffs. Last year they said the same thing, and they ran through all the top 10 teams, including the number one to win the championship. First time anyone's ever done it.
And your disdain for the SEC, because I still think they're the best conference out there. So we can debate that, but too many teams are solid in that conference. So
too many teams are solid in the Big Ten.
No, they are not. Get out of here.
You get Everybody's, first they're Michigan.
You have two teams, Indiana and Ohio
State.
State.
People picking Michigan over Ohio State. And then when they handled them, they're like, oh, well,
You top to bottom, you put, that's what's cool about basketball. Have you been watching like college basketball? They have like these ACC, SEC tournaments, kind of like where they play each other. That's what they've been doing this week. That'd be cool. That would be kind of cool if they could do that. I know they can't, but that'd be kind of cool in football if they ever would have. Basketball's completely different. Naturally, you can play a few more games than you can in football, but I don't know why I just thought about it. But it would be kind of cool to watch like conferences play each other.
Well,
which I guess they do.
I mean, that's what that's the in season. They have to schedule like a couple out of conference than they do in
well, that's the problem is you get like Indiana that plays freaking Charlotte, right? I mean, it's like I know. That's garbage.
And you know how many people are picking Indiana over Ohio State right now? So I'm
that's stupid.
Last night I was watching the UNLV game. I was like, wow, this announcer is really on Indiana train. Because I'm not taking anything away from Indiana, nor do I want to push my boy. Sure. But he was saying that, I don't know how Julian Sand's going to play against the Indiana defense. I go, well, I don't know how the Hernandez kid is going to play against this Ohio State defense. Who is clearly I will say anything, but Ohio State's defense is pretty freaking good.
100%. And it's like anybody that's a winner, and that's what they do, right? You look at the Chiefs, everybody does that for the Chiefs for 2 years. You look at the Patriots, everybody did that against the Patriots. Everybody's just looking for newsworthy comments.
I guess.
To stack against the ultimately probably the better team. I loaded on Ohio State today, so if they lose, you can totally blame me. I just can't imagine.
I'm not. I don't bet on it.
No, I know. I think I got
and watch the game.
I gotta get 4, but I don't know. We'll see. I kind of treat Indiana like I've been treating Chicago, right? I'm just like, I don't think they're as legit as Ohio State, but
and I don't know about the over in that game, just because do I think Ohio State scores? Yes. Yeah. Do I think that we can keep Indiana's offense from scoring a touchdown like they did Michigan? Probably not. They'll probably get 1 or 2 in there, but just so long as Ohio State gets 3 to 4 touchdowns, we're good.
I just think Indiana's well coached. I mean, obviously Ohio State is. That's not to suggest differently, but I think that's why it'll be a good game. I just think they're both like really, really, really fundamentally strong teams.
Right, and
They're
they keep
passing.
saying,
Their
Ohio
timings are
State's not
crisp.
tested, and they want to give me this Indiana test. They played
Sure.
Penn State and Oregon. Like Oregon, I give them.
Yeah.
They won by a point in Oregon, and that could have been
Yeah.
anyone's game.
Yeah.
We didn't play Oregon this season, so who knows?
Yeah, but you
Penn
played
State,
Texas in
when they were
week
talking
1,
about
right?
Penn State was already on a skid. They
Yeah.
had just lost to
Right.
Ohio State, and then they
Yeah.
almost beat Indiana that same game.
Yeah. After it was all said and done, neither one of them had like a super tough schedule. Even like Ohio State was against Texas, so they did schedule a tough game out of conference. So that was cool. That was good. I give them credit for that. Now, again, we could always go back and say, is Texas the same Texas as they are now? But you could always play those games between.
Yeah, but is
beginning and
Ohio
end of
State
year.
the same Ohio State
Correct.
we saw then?
Correct.
Because obviously
Right.
Julian Sand, they were not letting him throw the ball in that game. This,
Right.
as we've seen the progress, they are letting him throw the ball downfield. And that's what they did. They said, we're not going to let our freshman quarterback, our redshirt freshman quarterback, go and go out to the wolves and die, and shoot his confidence for the rest of the season. Let's start building it slow, and then by mid-season, we'll unleash, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, and Ohio State just won that game, and they got outplayed. I mean, Texas had 200 more yards than Ohio State did. Ohio State just knew how to win that game, right? That's what that one came down to, is they kept shutting them down on the inside the 20, the red zone, right? All of that good stuff. They just know how to win that game. So, yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that game this afternoon. I got a little UGA going on next, so a little Bulldog action. And
did you take Texas Tech or BYU on this one?
I did take the under 49, and I think we're sitting at 41 right now with like 2 minutes to go. So I'm feeling pretty good about that one.
I mean, I have it on in the background, but I'm not paying attention, obviously.
Yeah, I had it on too. You're like 2 seconds ahead of me. I see the commercial like 2 seconds ahead of my TV. So yeah, I think it's going to be. What time is your Ohio State game? Is that on? That's the evening game, right? Yeah. Okay. So you've got Georgia, Alabama now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming up in 30 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes.
You gotta hope no one scores. Texas Tech ends up with the ball, they'll just run out the clock.
Yeah, it's 41. I got it at 49 and a half. So, 7 would be 48. So I'm good. I've got a touchdown cushion. So we'll see.
Just hope
2
no one
minute
does
one.
anything stupid.
That's right. Exactly. Or the BYU scores and goes for 2, and that's 8. Then I'd still be all right because I'd be at 49. I'm at 49 and a half. Yeah. I might win by a half.
That's where you're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good on that one. And then we got, you said Georgia's next, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. Well, good luck to your game tonight. I'll be rooting for Ohio State, not because I like them, but because whatever I put money on is who I like. So I'm putting money on Ohio State.
All right, we're back.
All right.
We'll talk to you guys next week.
All right. See you later.